Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dark Side of Brutal Wrestling Entertainment, where the villains come out to play. Your home of the CWL, the CAW, the WWL, and the BHL. Your host tonight, Gavin Rothschild, along with Melvin Mayhem and Jared Sin. Gentlemen, how are we?
Fucking fantastic. Mr. Gavin, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
I'm still recovering from that nice little attack you had, but we'll get to that later. A couple knots on my head, but
it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
All in a day's work.
Well, like I said before, this is the darker side where all the villains are. I mean, I guess there's a disconnect between the other group, but nothing really major. I just figure, hey, there's always got to be a bad guy's version, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get underway here with the Gold Division's CWL, the Celestial Wrestling League. Your issue number 298 out of... Oh, the hell are we? January already? Nah, yeah, January. Whatever, you know what I mean. Your Champions of the Gods, your Wrath of Zeus champion, out of the Associations of Rothschild and Sin, Johnny Morfiend.
Yes, sir.
Your Jealousy of Hera champion, out of the Associates of Rothschild and Sin. And I will say, the Association this last tour, we wiped the floor with everybody in the CWL. I hope they realize that. Pagan De La Croix.
Yes.
Your Desire of Aphrodite, again out of the Association, Svetlana Nikitina. Your Bloodlust of Ares champion out of the Association, a newcomer, Caden Vane. And she is a sweetheart, I'm not going to lie. The Power of Poseidon champion out of Toxic, JD Disaster.
You know, he broke up a good thing there, the whole...
I know, he really was in the way. The Wisdom of Athena champion out of the Association, Drusilla Pecadora. And who doesn't love the Pecadoras?
Yes.
Other than Hank. Hank doesn't like the Pecadoras.
Can I Pecadora?
Your Wealth of Hades champion out of Toxic, Harrison Hertz. Your Fertility of Demeter champion out of the Association, Anastasia Nikitina. Your Light of Apollo champion out of the Battle Royal.
What's the matter with you?
God. Out of Toxic. Sorry about that. Orion Deadeye. Your Cleverness of Hermes champion out of Toxic, Ulysses Deadeye. Also from the Battle Royal. Your Artemis.
I will say, as nice as it is to see, our association up there, Toxic had a good cycle as well.
Toxic did have a good cycle. Moving down the list, though, the Hunt of Artemis champion out of Order, Meepo the Clown. Boo. Clowns, boo. The Ecstasy of Dionysus champion out of the Bad News Crew, the Slaughter Dog, Cujo. Your Protectors of the Underworld champion, the Clowns, Beepo and Meepo. And your Heroes of Olympus champions, the Nikitinas, Svetlana, and Anastasia.
Nice.
Those Who Bring War champion out of the Bad News Crew, the Slaughter Dogs, Creo, Cujo, and Rex. And those Who Bring a New Day out of the Association, Kendra, Drusilla, and Zoe Pecadora. And your Battle Royal winner, winning 25 free CWL matches, Orion Deadeye. And I will say, I'm actually happy to say that the CWL was number 2 on the list of top 10 active leagues. So awesome. Congratulations to everybody that was involved with that. You should be pretty proud. This report went on forever and ever and ever.
106 cards.
It's exciting. It's exciting to see. Yeah, 106 cards. That's cool.
Excellent. And I have to say this. Kudos to you for the naming of these titles. These are some really badass names for titles. Just wanted to put that out there.
Thanks. This year, CWL last year was kind of a testing ground, trying to see how I wanted to do it. But if you look further down, there's a point system now that we're trying to work on, and hopefully I'll be able to get it all done here in the next day or two because Colt is due next Tuesday. But the titles, I wanted them to mean something, So with them having a point value to each one, we're going to actually have awards and or we'll call them unawards for each title. So if you're, let's say, the Wrath of Zeus champion going into the next pay-per-view or televised program, your tribe or the tribe you play for, everybody will get a +3 to their score. If you have the Jealousy of Hera champion, or if you were the last tour, the current or the upcoming tour, your points for your team or your tribe will all be doubled. So I wanted them to have actually a meaning this year rather than it was kind of a clever name that we tried to do with them, and I wanted it to actually mean something. So there's that. Another thing that I'm trying to do this year, is I'm going to try to stay on top of all of the televised events and try to give you an upcoming tour, so that way everybody knows this bulletin that Tour 99 is going to have the televised program when you have all your people.
Nice.
So
gives them something to look forward to.
Yeah. So if you want to trash talk and if you know you're fighting my sexy Michael McAwesomeness, as Damian Killswitch, you can throw out some shade if you want to.
That's always a good thing too. That's one of the best ways to build, good views in the league is when you know in advance who you're going to face. There's always a lot of managers that like to take advantage of that and start a nice little storyline. So that's definitely a great idea to have in the league.
Yeah, I hopefully, and the other thing that we tried to change up this year was, so Tribes last year was all based on everybody's stable. So if you were in a stable, say like Big Bad Bob is in a stable by himself, he was only eligible for X amount of points because he's only, I can't schedule him for 6 fights a tour against different tribe people. So this time we were just going to cut them up into 6 different tribes, and you can see we named them after the mythological beasts. We have the Chimera, we have giants, blah blah, harpies, you know what I mean. And so that way all these guys, there are people that are in the same stable that will be in those groups, but for the most part that's the tribe you work for. So the other thing that's kind of cool about it is you're fighting for your tribe, but you're fighting for yourself in the same tribe. So you want you want your tribe to win, but you also want to be the number one person in that tribe, and
the tribal chief.
Yeah, exactly. Good call. And I want to do something special for the end of the year for whoever does have the leaders for each of the tribe, and then the overall winner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I do want to do something because I think it's going to be a long haul for a year to be involved with it. But as long as everybody stays in the same tribe, which is what my plan is, I want that person to know that their efforts weren't in vain. So this tour did show that we had our pay-per-view, so New Year's Brawl did happen. The write-ups will be in the upcoming tour. We do have some new people. The Virus Group, the Deadeyes, the Toxic, they all came last tour. We have Dynasty who came in this tour, so we'd like to welcome them. And it's been fun. I think there's a bright future in the CWL. In the grand scheme of things, I'm hoping to work an angle into maybe a cross thread for some of the other interleague feuds, because I think there's a lot of potential in this federation. I just wanted to get out there for the rest of the BWE.
100% agree on that. The more we can get involved in this, the better. I think that'll benefit everyone involved, not just us, but whoever else is interested in, right, getting their hands dirty against the BWE.
And it's kind of a cool cross thing. We'll get into your guys' thing here shortly, but yeah, I love the fact that if you have guys in one fed taking on another fed or a giant interleague pay-per-view, I think that's phenomenal. I think that's a great idea because it shows there's not a division between
exactly.
Oh, this is only gold. Oh, this is only iron. Oh, this is only jade. The fact that, and how much more of it would be if somebody from the BHL would take down somebody from bronze. Because I mean, iron's a tough division. Nobody knows what the drops are going to be. Who knows if you're going to have the crazy 42 to 45. So it's exciting to say, oh, if you can win that, there's an extra kind of a notch on your belt. So
Exactly.
Again, congratulations to everybody in the CWL. You guys were awesome. I appreciate everybody's effort. We will be getting a new cover here shortly.
Oh yeah.
The guy that's on the call here with us did do some artwork, and I have got to figure out what thumb drive I have saved it on. Well, I carry
commish.
I have like about 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, God damn it, because I have to take them to work because God knows I'm supposed to work, but come on, it's work. I got other things I can do.
Well, just give me a shot if you need them again. Don't worry, I got.
All right.
I got
you. Again, the association had a super great gold. I believe you could also say that in the BBL when the association wiped the floor with most of Hank's people, which is cool.
Oh.
And again, Toxic had a really good tour, and I hope that we have a great turnout coming up next Monday, because I will tell you, it's a log jam with gold, and it's tough because I think everybody likes the gold division. I mean, it's where the IWAR is. There's a lot of big leagues there. So to see the CWL be part of that, I'm actually pretty happy. Humble beginnings of there wasn't much here, and people have really kind of cabbaged onto it. It makes me happy. I appreciate everybody that's involved.
Well, kudos to you. Couldn't have happened without your leadership, buddy.
Oh yeah, I could have.
You said
Put it up with the gold. Let's get the bronze.
I believe you're up, Mr. Child.
Ah, yes. The Caged Animal Wrestling. Tour 29. We got our league champion is from the virus, Miss Infection. The TV champion from X66, Eldritch Sparrow. From the Central Plains champion from the Battle Royal. From the Order PPA, El Luchador. The East Coast champion from the Battle Royal. From Toxic, Ulysses Deadeye. So, looks like a little Toxic invasion in a few of our leagues here.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Interesting. The Great Lakes champion from Virus, Ecstasy. Mid-Atlantic champion, also from Virus, Princess Anna. Northeast champion from Virus, Miss Chemical Valley. Chemical Valley is, of course, the #1 contender at our next pay-per-view, fighting El Jefe for the CAW World title.
Nice.
Oh, my God. Please beat him.
Well, Striker already beat him, so,
I didn't want to get into I didn't want to get into this right away. But El Jefe dropped the ball.
Sure did.
Let me get through the champions.
Yeah,
first
you
before
You make sense.
Sorry, bastard. Pacific Northwest champion, Isaac Hemlock. The Rocky Mountain champion, one of the jerks who...
Jerk-offs?
They're gone. The jerks, yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. Where'd they go?
The jerks are, their contracts were not renewed. I kind of went on a spending spree, this coming cycle, bringing in some new talent. The jerks.
I see you got Toxic. So I mean,
Toxic. I got this. Our Southeast champion, Dahlia Nightshade. She's new. The Southwest champion.
I like the fact that
potentially my baby mama. Monica Lovestone. Pending paternity test. And then our West Coast champion is another newcomer, Indian Joe. And then league tag team champions, the Jerks. Like I said, they kind of went out good the last cycle. They held the titles. So thank you for your service, but
somewhere else.
Go on,
get out.
TV tag champs, Indian Joe and Monkey Eyed Tim. Our League 6-man champs, and they're dominant, man. The city people, Justin Baltimore, Johnny Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They're tough to beat. And then the TV six-man champions, El Jefe's crew, Luchador, Destructor, and of course, El Jefe. And then the Battle Royal winner, El Luchador.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm not doing it.
So, with that being said, you know, when I took over the CAW,
Let me get my popcorn
absolute shithole with like 13 cards and stuff, and just with the exception of El Jefe's crew, just and the Virus crew, they were there, but and the Chaosins, I believe, were the only ones I kept. Everybody else was shown the door. But I just want to say thank you to our new crop of wrestlers who have got us up to 78 cards and in the top 10 leagues.
Yeah, number 7. Congratulations. Look at how well you. What isn't that the same thing? Look at your good leadership.
Yeah. Well, I mean, absolutely. I'll take 100% credit for all of our.
Don't be so modest.
But
modesty, it's just truth.
With that being said, I'll just run through a few things here. If you'll allow me to pull a hanging in the next hour and a half running through something here.
I think I feel like taking a shit all of a sudden.
Oh no.
So anyhow, our tag team tournament continues on. We are at the finals. Round 2 was this cycle. El Jefe's crew defeated Brooke Lovestone and Chet Christopher in one semifinal match. The other semifinal match, the United Way defeated the Chaosins. So, at the pay-per-view in 2 cycles, it will be the United Way taking on El Jefe's crew to crown our first CAW tag team champion.
Every time you say the United Way, I think of a little box that I want to put coins in.
Right. Moving on. No. El Jefe, like I said, he's our champion. He'll be at the pay-per-view. He's defending that title against Miss Chemical Valley. And if El Jefe shows up like he did at this last pay-per-view, then
it's not going to be good.
He ain't going to be the champion anymore. So we'll see what happens. The point race is restarting this year. I'm going to announce the prize for this cycle. But I changed the points up a little bit. Just kind of switched them around so everything wasn't so high. So feel free to take a look at that. And then as far as like the point race and everything in here, these are all the old numbers from the end of last year. It'll all be fresh starting this year. We got our 2020 awards, and they kind of cover those on the other show, so I'm not gonna go over that.
Show.
Yeah, big challenge resets this cycle. So start trying to win all those regionals. If you win them all, you get a $14 match deal paid for by yours truly. If you're the highest person that doesn't win them all, you win the most, and you get a $7 match deal paid by yours truly. So I like to give back. What can I say? You know what I mean? Besides that, I just want to welcome all the newcomers. You know, the Gundersons of the world, the Toxics. Apollo's Pain is here. I remember he was an EG guy. So if I didn't name you, well, you know, hey.
You're not
I probably don't remember who the fuck you are. So introduce yourself. So yeah, we'll move on from that though, because let's talk about El Jefe's fat ass and him losing at the Holly Wars event.
So we're starting from there. Or you want to start from the bottom up?
We're jumping straight in, man. Because,
shit!
Because here's the deal. I mean, I don't know if you want to go. Do you want to go through your WWL first and then talk about the pay-per-view?
Yeah, let me get that out the way.
I think it'd be best.
Yeah,
it'll help you calm down.
Let me go cool down for a second.
Yeah, go gather.
Casanovas got a line of coke over here. Give me a second.
Go take a sniff. Let me get through these champions real quick. WWL. This is Bulletin 32, January 2023. Crest of Chaos champion, none other than BCB's A-Game Derek Ace. Twisted Carnage champion, we have Chainsaw Saturday. Smoldering Sorrow champion, we have Big Bad Mama Saturday. Court of Torment champion, Inazuma. Belt of Subtlety champion, we have the Jazzman, one half a Heart and Soul. Ending Misery champion from the Battle Royal, Little Chick, and I'll get to her in a second, but Girdle of the Berserk champion, Chokeslam Saturday. We have our Infernal Vengeance champion, newcomer Highway the Dam Builder. Gun Belt of Hell champion, we have MJ's #1 fan of. Chain of Echoes champion is another newcomer from the highway, the Pilots. Good to see the new guys here. Shattered Bloodlust champion, we have Cupcake. Whispered Agony champion, we have Ice Scream Man. Band of Distant Wars champions, we have Little Chick and Big Chick. Band of Distant Wars TV champions, we have Timbo Slice and Jimbo Slice, another newcoming group to the league. So welcome. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they won US Tag. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look. But Circle of Sanity champions, we have from the Order Demolisher Basher, Demolisher Masher, and Demolisher Thrasher, who also won IWA World 6. So congratulations to them. We have Circle of Sanity TV champions, Catfish Bucky, Catfish Giant, and Catfish Monster. It's nice to see them in the league. And then, of course, Battle Royal winner. I don't know how she continues to do it. She's won multiple Battle Royals, and she's the smallest person on the roster. Congratulations to you, Little Chick, our reigning women's champion. Yes?
I think you got a record there. I think that's the first time I've ever heard anybody happy about having a catfish somewhere on there.
I was going to say the same thing.
Hey, I might be happy now, but you know,
right.
that might change next cycle.
You know something I should have mentioned, because now you're making me feel bad. The City Group in the CAW, Baltimore, Jacksonville, and Detroit also won World 6. So congratulations to them.
Very nice. How could you overlook that?
What's the matter with you?
Shame on you. So another news in WWL. Again, I mentioned this off air, but I do have a separate podcast, WWL specific, where I get into more detail with these things that I'm about to mention. But just to save us some time here, we do have some tournaments that are currently going on. Round 1 was just this cycle. We have a #1 contendership for the tag team titles. We have #1 contendership for the 6-man titles, and I also have 3 separate all women's battle royals, the first of which took place this cycle, which Inazuma was the winner of, and that's going to lead up into a triple threat at the next pay-per-view face-off for Bullets in 35, and that's going to be for the Merciless Matriarch Women's Intercontinental Championship, brand new title that's being debuted in the division. Our Intercontinental titles kind of work similar to 24/7 titles, where they have to be defended every cycle. If you star in a cycle, then the following cycle you are eligible to contend for that match. You just have to sign the match as Intercontinental match, and I'll check the stats. And whoever beats the champion by the most points becomes a new champion. And again, you always have to be on your toes, because it will be defended at any given moment by anyone on the roster, depending on if you're in the men's or the women's divisions. Yes, absolutely. Another bit of news that I've also shared in my upcoming podcast is that officially, as of this cycle, Wicked Wars officially now has a brand new general manager.
Really?
And that is the Landlord, who happens to be the manager of Brick City Brawlers. So another bit of news we have, because of the fact that I have a new GM, again, it's the Landlord, we also doing some talking off air, and we decided that the league is now big enough to warrant a brand split. So because of the amount of talent that we have, because of the strength of the women's division along with the men's division, we are going to split Wicked City down the middle. So now he's going to have his own brand. I'm going to take over my own brand. With this, obviously, we're going to present more pay-per-views now per division. We're going to present more titles per division, which means more opportunities for our wrestlers. So this is a great way if you're, new to the league, or if you've been around the league and you haven't gotten the recognition you feel that you deserve. Well, guess what? Now you have a new outlet to, put yourself out there and make yourself known in Wicked Wars in general. Depending on which brand you end up on, we will have a draft the upcoming cycle. I'm going to sit down with Landlord. We're going to go over the entire roster from top to bottom, and we're going to start singling out who we want. And we did discuss this, and because of the current talent pool, there's really no advantage. It doesn't matter how we split this roster. It's going to be a pretty competitive brand versus brand. And again, this is going to open up the doors to many, many more opportunities for the league. So I'm really looking forward to that. And aside from that, we also do have some upcoming podcasts scheduled as well. I have about 4 of them penciled in. 2 of them are guest appearances. I cannot say who they are. One of them is the man behind the 7 deadly sins that are going on. There was a recent attack this cycle. 2 of the sins, pride and lust, took place. I believe next is gluttony and sloth. So you might want to take a look at that, because it's anyone's guess who's going to be attacked next. And again, we'll finally hear from this person, this anonymous person behind these attacks. So definitely looking forward to it. We have a lot of great things going on in Wicked City. Obviously, we did make the top 10 as well, which is great. Just kudos to everybody in the league. Thank you for everybody that's helping this league get to where it's been. I'm glad it's a part of the BWE now, and just a lot of good things. Good things to look forward to. So now let's get into El Jefe's choke.
Ooh. I think he's still doing a line of coke.
Well, I was actually looking at something. I'm looking at the top 10 leagues here, and I mean, 2, 3, 4. We four of the leagues in here are all us.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah, El Jefe did choke. I mean, I paid that guy a lot of money when I re-signed him to that massive, obscene contract, and the whole time, my lawyer Sebastian Kane was telling me you need to go with Chet Christopher as the captain, and I said no. We're going with the champ, and the champ let me down.
Did he ever?
Oh,
He should have known what he was getting into. He wasn't just fighting anybody. You're fighting Phantom Striker. This guy is,
Right.
I call him IWA's resident nut job for a reason. This guy's completely unpredictable. He has his baseball bat called Barbie. It's like his best friend, a spiked bat. There was no way around this loss for him. Like, I could have told you once you signed the match that El Jefe was done. But nobody listened.
Phantom Striker, he's definitely a name around the IWA. I think he was in the Swamp League at one point.
Yeah, he's been around.
No, he was in the Elite Generation because we had a barbed wire match or barbed wire baseball bat match.
Hey, there you go.
It was Striker against Sin, and I hate to tell you who won, but it wasn't Striker.
Oh,
hey, that didn't happen in my league, so I don't care.
I should have recruited my good buddy Jared to come over and
too late for that, buddy. I think El Jefe is more of a paper champion if you ask me, but I don't know.
Well,
that's for you to decide.
So let's go down the list here. Now,
Sure.
I will say, I may have sent some mixed messages out while I did kind of insult some of the WWL stars. I also did kind of compliment them as well and told them that, hey, you're always welcome to, if you want to move out of that filthy city, wicked city, and come to, jump up in that tax bracket to a better city. I mean, but at the same time, I did say we would win 8 of the matches, and I was wrong.
Oh, that definitely wasn't happening.
But we did win 6, so we were only
Controversially, might I add, but continue. Not without controversy, buddy.
Virtually.
So let's start with the first match. Looking at these amazing pay-per-view graphics here, that top notch, I will say.
They were actually pretty cool. It's really cool to look at.
And you know what? El Jefe, he choked so bad that it's actually making Chemical Valley look a lot better in my eyes.
I mean, paper bag will do wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Alice is kind of a hottie as well. But at the same time, listen, I got enough psychos in my world right now. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need another one.
I don't got time for any more. But anyways, she did score the win in a great match against Alice. Nice bloody affair. And
congratulations.
I wouldn't mind seeing them lock up again sometime.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we'll arrange that. Don't worry.
Yeah. The next up, we got, so from the CAW, it was Castor, Pollux, and Eric's Chaosin taking on, I'll let you read those guys.
Wait,
I don't know their full names. I could.
We got Eddie Mendoza, we got Freddie Jackson, and Derek Ace, the Brick City Brawlers.
Gotcha, the ones you were just talking about.
That is correct. And not only did we win, but we completely destroyed Chaosins. Yeah, this wasn't just any win. This was a blowout. So I don't know.
Chaosins probably couldn't see. Look, their masks got them all screwed.
Yeah, I think they should have taken off those uniforms or whatever the hell they're wearing there. But they look so good.
Pay-per-view, wanted to throw some new gear on and look good while you're at it.
Yeah, not gonna work.
All right, now speaking of hotties coming up right here, but also double tough, Brooke Lovestone took on
Esmeralda Diamandias.
Yes. She looks mean.
She got choked up on her name and then choked up during the match.
Yeah, unfortunately. It was a close match, closely contested, 1-point match. So, but congratulations to Brooke. Gotta give credit where it's due. Great match. Again, like you said, maybe they'll meet again someday.
Yeah, nobody said all these are one and dones. And speaking of that, the next one, definitely we have to figure out a winner to this. Malik the Mad and Hal Uranus. Now, Hal's a good friend of mine.
Fucking Hal.
I'll be honest. I
believe he's one of my own.
Yeah, I employed Malik, but only because he scares the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying?
So does Hal's golden cock.
Yeah, lying. I gotta thank Hal.
More.
I gotta thank Hal, but we'll get to that later in the show. But the MVP, which should have been El Jefe, could have been Hal Uranus for the CW.
I didn't see it coming.
You're a good man, Hal.
Fuck you, Hal.
The next up is El Luchador and El Destructor from El Jefe's crew, and I think they failed me too.
They sure
did. The whole El Jefe crew.
They
what the
suck.
Fuck? You're killing the El Jefe.
These are supposed to be your best, the best of the best.
I'm gonna tell you what. I purposely planned this.
It purposely backfired.
These are the guys that always have my tag and 6-man belts. I'm thinking, well, this is money in the bank right here.
Sorry about that, buddy, but it's money in the
Wasn't
garbage.
in my bank, that's for sure.
Good job to Michaels and Jasmine.
Good job to Michaels. Jasmine, definitely a formidable team.
Absolutely.
And then, so now we got from the WWL, he is actually the former Commissioner champion. I mean, actually, when I say former, let's say he's the champion from the pre-Gavin era.
Yes, was not defeated for the title, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's what I was going to say. While the pre-Gavin era doesn't mean shit, at the same time, I can respect a winner that doesn't lose his title. So, Kabuki, you got the open door policy. You can come defend that title here whenever you want.
Oh, I think I'm going to make that happen. It might take you. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has prior arrangements because he is. I'm going to fight Striker for the Nefarious title in the upcoming pay-per-view. But I think I could, squeeze him in there before. He could be a double champion. He might be a double champion.
It's interesting.
He'll be the first multi-league double champion. Interesting.
I kind of threw a little idea in my mind.
Shit, me too.
you know the little thing
I had the light bulb just go bloop.
You know the little thing we were talking about before about little interleague deal. That title might be a good good spot for that. Huh? All right. Well, anyways, he took on Dark Side, and Dark Side could not dethrone the former or the current champion.
What?
So WWL gets the victory on that one. Kabuki, tough dude.
Absolutely.
Like I said, much respect. We're gonna skip this next one. We're gonna save that little picture for last here, but we're gonna go down to Critter and Saginaw.
Yes, the Monsters Ball, Cousin Critter and the Belching Saginaw Sasquatch.
Okay, gotcha. Is that by your neck of the woods, Jared? Saginaw? Somewhere in there? You see that thick guy crawling around in the woods?
I think he's having some technical difficulties.
What the fuck? I make one comment, you kick me out?
Stop lying, you're doing a line of coke. Cut it out.
Either that or he's taking across his lawn again.
Wait, hey, Sin, this one's for you.
There you go.
Man, if I'm not mistaken, the jerk-offs.
The Jerks did win. So you know what?
Came out on top.
Much props to the Jerks. And
good luck. Out on top.
Good luck wherever you go, man.
Yeah. So, as they say, tell your story walking.
Absolutely. I got my use out of you. Now goodbye. Next, champion versus champion. The Phantom Striker, he does look badass. I'm gonna give you credit on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good look to him. He's got the bat. Excuse me, man. Ooh, it's too big of a bump there. El Jefe. Listen, I'm just gonna scroll down the page here with your stupid looking tie and your stupid looking hat.
Moving right along.
You're killing me, bro. Next up, this is my my 6-man team here. The world 6-man champions, the City Group,
The City Boys.
taking on the days of the week people, Monday, Tuesday, and Stretch.
And I have to say this matchup here was probably the one I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
And I knew that these guys were, top-notch, 6-man teams. And again, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny, Daniel, and Justin are IWA World. Is that correct? Did they win?
Yes, sir? Yeah, they won.
And they just went up against former IWA World 6
Nice.
in Monday, Tuesday. So this was I knew that your team had some potential, but they showed me that I was correct. So kudos to your team. Gotta give it where it's due. But fuck them anyway.
And then we had our War Games match.
Oh yes.
Where Team WWL is. Well, we got the Knave.
Squeaked by. We have Agent Knave. We have Holly Danger. We have Malachi King. La Guerra Muerta. And then we had Tavi Gravestone rounding out our team.
And they took on, led by the youthful young man,
Sky 14
on steroids.
We don't say that on a substance.
Has he been training with Yepers McGee there? I mean, Yepers is definitely on the gas, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He
But
has
yes.
those gutters.
He's injecting all kinds of shit.
Right. So we got Chet, we got Yepers, we got Princess Anna, who's a hottie, no doubt about it. We got the team of Eldritch Sparrow and Waylon Hernshaw Gray. So this was a good War Games match. Nice, bloody, violent match.
And for those wondering, the final tallies were WWL 489.6 average and caught barely got by 491.8. But good for you. Good for you guys.
So now we scroll back up to the main match here.
The meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
The main event.
Now this was not, neither one of us could.
Can't
now, here's the
stand
deal.
that face.
Oh, it's a beautiful face.
Smug looking face.
Yes. Now, me and Mayhem, we competed here in a no disqualification match. Now, obviously, I'm sure my face looks much worse than his because, I'm not a fighter,
But
man.
I'm sporting a hell of a bump. I'll tell you that.
Yes, thanks to Hal. So when you read this write-up, the main takeaways are, Gavin won.
That's a hell of a takeaway.
No, there's a lot more to it. A lot of
Again,
big story moments.
not without controversy.
Yeah, Montana was involved.
Bitch.
Al was involved.
Fucker.
And it was just all the chaos you would expect it to
To
be.
hell with them both.
And you might wonder how we can even be on this show together, but it's like, you know what? We both love money.
We're forced to coexist, man.
Yes, I love money more than I hate him.
Exactly. I have to completely agree on that. Everything else we could agree to disagree except for that.
Yeah. Yes.
Show me the money.
But yes, this was a great.
Speaking of, you see all those hundreds you're waving there? That came from my bank account.
That makes it. I love those hundreds more.
You're flaunting my money. It's all right though,
It goes in its own special case.
It is what it is.
I might have to go buy some diapers with this money. You know what I'm saying?
If you look closely, you see my face in the bills. You can only spend that money in Wicked City, by the way.
Right. Why is these bills yellow and blue and orange?
You don't want to know. It's a question better left unanswered there, buddy.
They came out of Hal's G-string. I don't know.
Threw up in my mouth.
But yeah, all in all, it was a great pay-per-view. I think we showed everyone in the IWA just how great interleague promotional pay-per-view can be. I mean, from storyline to graphics to the people involved, the managers, the communication. it took a lot to pull this off. In my eyes, everyone won. There was no losers.
And especially in such a short amount of time. This was not a long thought out thing. This was done in the heat.
It was about how many cycles was it, Brian? Like 6 total?
Yeah. I think so. Somewhere around like 5 or 6, maybe.
5 or 6 total. We pulled all this off, so definitely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's definitely no losers coming out of this because who's to say what happens next, right?
That's right.
Definitely not the end.
That's right.
Jesus, I hope
to be continued.
Involved.
My only request is that we do it over up in my neck of the woods this time.
Oh yeah. I'll go to Hollywood Hills. Don't worry about it.
Give me a nice suite up here instead of that seedy motel I had to stay at.
Hey, that's one of our best motels there, buddy.
Right,
the Cadet Motor Inn.
Right. I was nervous, but Montana, she seemed to know her way around there.
Come on, you should have been happy though. I sent Daddy's girls to your fucking suite, man. Remember, you don't pay them to come over. You pay them to leave. That's how good they are. Heard they serviced you really good. For those wondering, it's 1-888-DADYGRL. Well, moving right along.
Moving on to the main event.
It was the main event, wasn't it?
It was the main event.
You're sniffing that shit, buddy.
Well, do we get the BHL still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the BHL is the main event. Okay, that's
wow.
I was hyping it.
Which is kind of one of those things that it's not the one that made the top 10 leagues, but it's the main event, bitches.
Right.
We do what we want here.
That's right. It's all relative. BHL issue 48 out of Winter, so just played on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Your league champion, 10 free BHL matches. To the NME group, Dominant Factor Chaos. Now, I will say, in the BHL, there's pretty much 2 major factions right now. There's the Pigs and there's the NME. They're all trying to vie for kind of ownership of who's the strongest in the division. And you'll see as we go on that now it's kind of a split down the middle, even though each side thinks that they're better than the other. But your TV champion out of NME is going to be Brutal Bolivian Assassin. Your Central Plains champion out of NME is going to be Dominant Factor Pain. We'll see a lot of the Dominant Factors because, well, they're dominant, I guess.
They're good.
Your East Coast champion out of the PPA, Doc Porkenstein. The Great Lakes champion out of the PPA will be Porkenstein the Monster. Your Mid-Atlantic champion out of the PPA is Igor. Your Northeast champion out of Trough will be Morgana Le Fay. Your Pacific Northwest champion out of the PPA is Tuss the Warrior. Your Rocky Mountains champion out of the PPA and newcomer Swinezilla. Would love to have her. Your Southeast champion out of the Bad News Crew, Little Biggs, my favorite little person. Your Southwest champion out of the NME, Dominant Factor Smoke. Your West Coast champion.
Let me chime in real quick. Little Biggs, is that a woman or a man?
That's a boy.
Oh, forget it. Oh, well, you never know. I was thinking, Little Chick versus Little Biggs.
Is it a midget?
It is.
I hate midgets.
Duly noted.
Remember that for the Little Chick fight. Sorry. You're did I go through the Southwest champion? If I didn't, I'm doing it again.
That's why I cut you off.
Out of the NME, Dominant Factor Smoke. Your West Coast champion out of the Battle Royal is from Trough, Cassidy LaFay. Your league tag team champions winning 5 free matches out of the PPA, Porkenstein the Monster and Igor. Your TV tag team champions out of NME, Jammin' Jamaican Assassin and Suicidal Soviet Assassin, who are currently the tag team champ. We'll get to that. Your league 6-man champions winning 5 free matches. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get wutted on that. Out of the PPA, Doc Porkenstein the Monster and Igor. TV six-man champions out of the Bad News Crew, Dirty David Trotter, Christopher Anarchy, and Little Biggs. And your Battle Royal winner, winning 24 free BB himself matches, Porkenstein the Monster.
Definitely.
Like to say it's because it's late, but I think we all know that that's a lie.
Shit.
Still one.
Congratulations to all the.
So the pigs are tough. Let me just throw that out there, because I do wrestle a little bit in the BBL, and there's a bunch of the pigs over there too, and they're tough. They are tough.
They are. They're starting to make their way over to the BHL because it's more of a welcoming atmosphere, I guess we'll say. I don't know. The Freaks and the Mutants, we'll call BHL home of the Freaks and the Mutants. 50 cards this cycle. I will take it. Would love to see the top 10 and everything, but Iron's tough. Iron, not a lot of people like it. I will say, I am happy to say that the BHL is one of the top Iron federations.
I was about to add to that. Like that 50 cards is actually more like 75 in another league like this. That's actually really good.
I know a lot of managers shy away from the Iron because it's the first league. You don't know what kind of screwball they're going to send at you. But I will say, BHL, we are bounty hunters, and we do take any kind of business. Now that Melvin's on here, I see that, just so you know, Baby Mama has been put up for ransom. So, not this tour. Not this upcoming tour, because that will be the deciding factor of the Championship of Sin, but it will be for after that we will send all the bounty hunters out, and let's see if we can bring back a Love Stone, and let's see if Gavin will approve of it. I know we have a pretty tight relationship, but I don't know. Will this? I
don't think Gavin has a say when the money talks.
That's right.
Willing to double it all as long as nobody touches the stuff. You can hit her in the face all you want.
Stomach's off limits.
Until I find out if that's mine or not.
How?
Hey, you guys.
Shit.
The contender for the Ultimate Sin Belt came up. I have not looked at all the results yet, and the results for My Bounty Valentine has also come out, but again, I haven't had time to really sit down and look since it's still pretty fresh. You can look at all the divisions here. We do have all 4 Horsemen's divisions out, and the upcoming cycle you have available to you if you want to trash talk. I do see we have Barnabas Slade that has decided to not be an owl now.
He was tired of wearing that stupid looking owl costume.
Let me look. First, wait. Before we continue, I'm sitting here looking at this wanted poster, and her face it disgusts me so much at this point right now that I'm going on air, officially doubling the bounty. Let's make it 40,000, just because I can't stand looking at her fucking face. So you might want to change that 40,000 as a next cycle.
Damn.
Carry on.
Or do you want to put 40,000 on whoever has the highest total, and then I'll pay out 20,000 to everybody else that also brings her in. So then you can just beat on her all day if you want.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, that's a good idea. Prolong the beating.
Yeah, we will update that. We will update that flyer and have it out next tour. If you check out the BHL perks, the next page on it will actually. This actually randomly came in the mail. If you happen to look at it, it's pretty much news to me, but it looks like I have a meeting I have to go to.
I was gonna ask the hell that is.
But
oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Number 1. What's this? Hunter designated Jared. Oh, you've been summoned.
I've been summoned. So let's see what this is going to lead to.
Interesting.
Says Mr. Sin, you've been invited to take part in an unheralded event, which, should you choose to accept, will monumentally change your life forever.
Oh, what is the word? If money talks?
That's right. Well, who knows? Let's see what happens. Accepting this invitation is the first of 4 steps. Yeah. 4. So this is step 1. Interesting.
Well, of course we're going to accept. That would be silly not to.
See where this rabbit hole goes.
That's right. The next couple pages after is kind of a work in progress. We have kind of the BWE at a glance. We will be getting with the other managers. This was kind of rushly put together. That's why there are a few that are missing.
Hey, call. Hey, you slacking, Gavin? What's going on?
Get a phone call on this. What's
You got me staring at a red square. What's going on? You can get on a podcast, but you can't fill in a red square. Oh, fuck.
I'm still waiting for the BWEs to come my way.
I think you know what it is. I kicked your ass so bad you probably can't see straight, so you had trouble typing. I get it. It's fine. It's all right.
That's fair.
You get a pass.
Hey, listen, I got to plan my pay-per-views around the BBL's 50 events. 50 events. Like,
yeah, it kind of makes it a little difficult, just a tad.
I'm just joking.
You can't say that. You know what? Own it. Own it.
I'll have something in there for CAW next time.
Yeah, let me know if you want to add it to yours and to the WWL or whoever wants to add it to theirs. And I will update it and send it to you.
I'll tell you what, you can spend all that money you want on, attacking my baby mama. I'm gonna drop
allegedly.
I'm money on these piglets, get them nose jobs.
Yeah, I think they're in dire need of one.
Good God!
Imagine the lines they could sniff.
Home of the freaks and the mutants.
Think of how Nova would be if he got his little, 8-ball out. It'd be good seconds.
I might have to go pay a visit to the show. I don't know. It's kind of tempting.
It is kind of the cornerstone in the BHL. It is our nightclub. Just so we're all on the same page.
Well, I'm thinking to turn the page and make it the home of the entire BWE's nighttime festivities.
You're right.
That could be the go-to. Oh, that gives me an idea.
Oh God, no, that's not.
Oh yes, I have an idea. I will discuss off air.
It's good to see Body Bag Clark finally has a few things to say, but if you want to be part of the Ultimate Sin Champion Body Bag, you got to be in the Battle Royal. That's how the Ultimate Sin Championship belt is attained. The winners of the Battle Royal for 3 cycles will take each other on. Whoever that champion is will take on the current champion, and for love of God, somebody has to beat Tusk the Warrior because he is still the champion. Also say welcome to Swinezilla again. I know she's come over from the BBL, and it's great to have her. Who knows? Maybe we'll start seeing some of the other pigs from the BBL make their way. Home of the pigs. Home of the pigs. BHL. Home of the pigs.
Oink, oink.
Other than that, just Duff Dugan, who wants to set fucking everything on fire.
Yes,
Calm it down, little buddy. It'll be all right.
I thought you said Duff Dugan wanted to suck everything. I was like, damn. Calm the fuck down.
Oh shit!
It didn't happen, Duff. We're still buddies. Just stop setting everything on fire. Nobody wants to have a house or a car, or I've got insurance claims I've got to pay, and I can't keep reaching out to Gavin. We don't have enough cards to pay for your shenanigans.
I came to visit you at one of the BHL house shows, and there was that line going all the way around the back. I guess I know.
But yeah. Furthermore, we will have the outcomes of the pay-per-view here soon as I can get off my dead ass and finish them up. But unfortunately, CWL takes progress over BHL until I get everything in gold sent out. So that is the BHL in a nutshell. If you are looking for something just a little bit different, obviously we'd love to have you. The premise is there's not a lot of things. We are 4 horsemen. We are Battle Royal champions, and then those champions, they all go out and they hunt down for the upcoming Montana Lovestone. That's who they're going to go after. But
the bitch to me. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Sorry,
other than that, I think that's all we have right now for the BHL. With it being wintertime, I screwed it up. I was really hoping that my Bounty Valentine would be in February, but you know how it goes. Best laid plans of mice and men.
Well, everyone, you've been listening to the Dark Side of the BWE. Thank you for listening. Again, your guests today were Gerard Sin, Gavin Rothschild, and of course, the gold motherfucking standard, Melvin Mayhem. Gentlemen, any last words before we cut this off?
Yeah, fuck that other brand.
You know what?
To say I'm just kidding, but I can't be just kidding on that. Come on, guys.
I mean, you know what? I could congratulate Catfish Rob on making the BBL Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
No. I said I could. I'm not going.
All right, I'll take that back. Jump the gun. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm not going to congratulate him. Absolutely not. You Catfish Rob joining the Hall of Fame makes the Hall of Fame weaker for when they beg me to go into it. You know
low blow.
Much like Montana.
Oof, man, I'm so torn on that situation. You have a few lines, you have a few drinks, and you're raw dog at one time, and
that's what you get
every time.
That's what you get.
The double bags.
Let's just hope it's yours.
God, hope it's not Hank's. You.
Coming soon to a paternity test near you.
You are not the father. Sweet.
I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking maybe on. If you allow me to plug something real quick.
Sure.
Our little association has done a wonderful job putting together a Facebook page that kind of represents the CWL, the BHL, and the CAW. And I'm thinking maybe we throw a poll up there to see who everyone thinks the dad is.
Oh, nice.
You know what? That's a great idea. Well, I got to put the poll up first. Oh, unless you want to put the poll up. I mean, you can put the poll up. You know who's not going to put the poll up? Montana. Montana won't put the poll up.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. That's a sexual innuendo.
Way around a poll, you know what I'm saying?
You can put Polaroid in the poll.
She knows how to navigate those waters. Yeah. Oh shit!
All right. Listen, this could be my future baby mom we're talking about. So let's.
All right.
Let's end the Montana stuff.
All right,
bitch. Well, anything else? We wrapping it up with Montana. Her bitchness.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.
Later.